Welcome back, scholars. I hope you do well in your Do Now. I included a graph in the next slide that's really going to help you graphing these inequalities. So if you notice, there are two things that you always have to be thinking about when you're graphing on a number line. So let's look at this chart here. So first of all, is it an empty circle on your number line or a filled in circle? I want you to notice where this less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, this equal to is the only time you're going to actually color in those circles. When it's just less than or greater than, we use an empty circle, showing that that is not going to be part of the solution. The second thing you have to pay attention to is which direction the arrows are facing. So if it is less than, you want your arrows facing to the left because all the numbers smaller are actually going to be your solution. Same for less than or equal to, it's to the left. Greater than is always going to be to the right. Okay, so those are the two things, empty circle or filled in circle, to the left or to the right. All right, let's practice. A shipping company is moving 4 boxes that weigh at least 1,600 pounds in all, or total. Each box weighs the same amount. Write an inequality to represent the possible weight of each box. Then graph the solution. I gave you a little note here. If you're working in Google Docs, you actually have the option of inserting a drawing. You get to draw on your computer and it puts it right into the document. If you don't want to do that, just write it on paper, draw it on paper, and then take a picture of it, okay? I want to see it either way. So let's see, what did we find? I had a keyword here that I circled, at least, and if I look back at my chart, at least is right here with my greater than or equal to symbol. So 4 boxes are at least 1,600 pounds. But that's not what the question is asking me. It's asking for 1 box. So let me think about this. If 4 boxes are equal to or more than 1,600, how much would 1 box be? Well, I can figure it out by dividing, because if 4 boxes, I'm just going to use B, is equal to 1,600, then 1 box would be equal to 1,600 divided by 4. And this should be very easy because I can think about this. 16 divided by 4 is 4. I'm left with 2 powers of 10, so I'm left with 400. So B, my boxes are going to be a greater than or equal to my 400. So I'm actually going to change this equal sign into the greater than or equal to. I remember that because I go back to my chart and at least means that. So my B is greater or equal to 400. Now how am I going to graph this? Well, on the graph, I can see right here that I'm going to be using a filled in circle, and my arrow is going to go to the right. So on my number line, I show what number I'm comparing it to, which was my 400. I'm going to color that circle right there, and I'm going to shade to the right. Now, how do I know that I did this correctly? I always want you to be checking your work. So let's pretend B is greater than 400. Let me think. Let it be 600 maybe? 600 is more than 400. So 600 times 4, 6 times 4 is 24, so 2,400. Is that more than 1,600? Yes, it is. So once I did that mental math, I checked. My arrow is going in the correct direction, and I have a filled in circle. All right, now it is going to be your job to do these things. Remember, filled in or empty circle, and is my arrow going to the left or to the right? Good luck. I can't wait to see your work.